workshop compete to see who can write the best short set in a short time. We then vote to send our favorite comedian to the final round. Comedians will have to work quickly to put together comedy bits, as each comedian only has 1 hour to write about a randomly assigned topic. They then have to perform their 3-minute set for the group. Once everyone's performed, we'll all vote online for our favorite comic. At the end of the tournament, we'll crown a winner, and whoever has the most votes will win a whopping $20. Get ready, it's time for Turbo Comedy.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Turbo Comedy. I don't see that it's even being shared yet on Facebook, so I don't know if anybody's seeing this. But well, no, we do have one viewer, so somehow they're seeing it. So hey, everybody, welcome to the internet's greatest clusterfuck. I am your host, Todd Royce. Please, thank you. Let me go. Thank you. Yeah. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody. They explained the rules already, but here's what it is. We have, roughly 8 comics sometimes competing for the grand prize of $20 American. And the competition is that 1 hour ago, these fine comics that you see before you were given a word that they are supposed to write a 3-minute and only 3-minute set on. And then they're going to present that to you now. So the comedians in question are Chase Bonin. No, that's Todd Royce. Chase Bonin. Jessica Peugeot. Ryan Sim. Victoria Blair. Ashley Gutermuth. And Clyde Williams. We're missing Linnea and Charlie McMullen right now. Comedians, are you all prepared and ready for your 3 minutes of superstardom here?
Absolutely not.
No.
Perfect. Well, then this will be fun. Mm-hmm. So we have the lineup posted already, and Clyde, you are up first. Clyde Williams, talking about the one and only Incredible Hulk.
Oh yeah? Okay, here I go. All right. So I'm really into Marvel. Okay, Marvel. You gotta say it like that. It's Marvel, baby. You gotta say it like that. But it's anybody that I'm with has to also be into Marvel as well. Like I told this one lady when it was sexy time. Y'all know sexy time. You know what I'm talking about. It was sexy time. I said, girl, I'm about to put the hammer down just like Thor. Don't worry, because I always keep a shield like Captain America. And you so sexy, when I see you, all I want to do is smash like the Hulk. But all I need you to do is agree to give me that Black Panther. She looked so excited. She was like, oh my God, I want to play. Like, how do you feel about X-Men? It's like, Yeah, I don't really deal with Fox like that. So no, we're not. I suddenly didn't want to see the X-Men in the MCU. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt. I was like, nah, let's not do this. Now, you ever think that the Incredible Hulk is just mad because nobody told him what to expect when his body is going through all of those changes? You know, like maybe he needed a middle school sex ed class for super beings. You know, he just needed to dress out and sit on the line. Like he's already got the tiny shorts, you know. Because I know I was pretty mad that nobody told me that I was going to hurt my back trying to pick my nose when I hit 40. Like nobody told me these things, and I'm pretty upset. You know, they need an adult health class is what I'm saying. You know, like middle school kids don't need it because another middle school kid already knows everything, is going to tell you. All right, because that's how little kids do. You know, by the time they're 12, like every 12-year-old knows about pubic hairs and mono, but nobody told me about balding and the blue pill. You know, like those are horrible. Those are jerks. And the Hulk is mad because he's hard everywhere, but in his pants. You know? Somebody get this guy some Blue Chew so he can calm the fuck down and stop throwing cars. Okay, you know, it's like that's what he needs. Somebody help him. Nobody's helping him. He's alone. But you know what? I feel like the Hulk was created by a feminist, and he represents their understanding of the erect penis. Right? So, first of all, he's a grower, not a shower, right? Like that's the first thing, okay? And he always wants to do it in public, right? And when he's hard, he's just gonna smash anything he can find. And when he's finished, he's just gonna make a lot of noise, shrink down to a pathetic size, and go to sleep, become totally useless for 15 minutes.
All right, everybody. Yeah. Give it up. Let's hear it.
Woo!
All right, the one and only Clyde. Clyde, thank you so much for that. Brief look into your dating life. And our next comic coming up. Let's see. The next comic coming up is going to be Chase Bonin. And Chase, my friend, is going to be talking about hot sauce.
Woo! All right, hot sauce. Hot sauce equals heartburn for me. So I had to look up a few things about hot sauce. Look, I'm from Louisiana. I know a lot about hot sauce, and I also know that Tabasco fucking sucks. So just put that out there right now. But so there was a fella, 33 years old, named Andrew Lee. He made a homemade hot sauce that was so potent that when he ate it, he died of a cardiac arrest. And all his wife had to say was, he really put his heart into it. So, and then people actually don't think sriracha is hot sauce, but that's like saying General Chicken isn't really a general. So. And another thing here, so November 5th is actually National Hot Sauce Day, and November 6th is National Bland Ass Barbecue Day, also known as my dad's birthday. So that's what he cooks every year. So here, like I said, I'm from Louisiana. My plan has always been to eat healthy, but the problem is, being from Louisiana, we don't just eat our fillings. We smother them with hot sauce and gravy and just gorge ourselves into a new pant size. Like, we take food seriously in Louisiana. Like, if you make a gumbo with jaw rule, not jaw rule, I'd make gumbo with jaw rule. But if you make it with jaw rule, that's pretty much like stabbing your grandma in the heart. Like, I told my mom one time that I liked my wife's gumbo better than her gumbo, and my mom flipped the fuck out. Like, seriously, and like telling her that I like someone else cooking was already like putting a gun to her head, but then saying that it was gumbo was like me just fucking pulling the trigger. Sorry, Mom. Pow. Fuck your gumbo. But she didn't talk to me for like a week, right? Like, I had came home drunk one time when I was 17 and started throwing up everywhere, and I yelled at my mom to buy me a fucking car while vomit was dripping from my chin, and she still wasn't as mad as me as when I told her I liked someone else's gumbo. So thank you. That's all I had.
Chase Bonin, everybody. I'm not. Am I the only one here? I actually am not in on this whole hot sauce, like, crazy. Like, my wife, the hotter the better. Obviously not with her sexual partners, but like as far as food is concerned, like, her whole family loves it hot. And now I'm just digging myself into a hole. I'm just, never mind. I prefer my food. Yeah, see, Ryan's got these chips that he paid like 50 cents for, or whatever he said.
And Louisiana hot sauce.
And the Louisiana hot sauce. He's taking shots of that. It's just, I don't get it. Just enjoy the food.
He's drinking. Oh, look at that. Nice,
I
Ryan.
do have different hot sauces that have like flavor, but I'm not a big fan of the super hot either, but I just know that Tabasco just tastes like vinegar, so fuck that shit.
You have a very strong opinion on Tabasco sauce.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, well, spoiler alert. The next comic is the one and only Ashley Gutermuth here to talk to us about spoilers.
It's me. Spoiler alert. One time I got Tabasco sauce. No, I got ghost pepper sauce on my contact. Try doing that.
Oh my God.
That was unpleasant. I do not care about spoilers. Don't care. You want to try and ruin a movie for me? Go for it. I have OCD. I'm going to watch that movie 68 times. You think I need to be surprised? I don't need to be surprised. Is that what you're looking for? Surprised in a movie? You know, like, so surprise. Wouldn't you want a spoiler alert if like somebody broke into your house? That's also a surprise. I need to look at every detail in a movie for mistakes. Okay? You want to make me mad? Spoiler alert, I don't care. Tell me that it doesn't matter that in Downton Abbey, they left bottles of Aquafina out in the kitchen. That's going to make me mad, right? That didn't exist until 1994. Downton Abbey is set in a time where they exclusively hydrated with brandy. Makes no sense. I have a husband. Spoiler alert. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? No one can. No one. I don't know why. I'm not having sex with my hair. It doesn't make any sense. My husband's 20 years older than me. Okay, 20 years. Like a good cheese. That's a good cheese. Not great. Not a great cheese. Like a red Leicester. Not a great one. You know, I told my husband that based on our age difference, our relationship is 135% more likely to end in divorce. Spoiler alert. This doesn't end well. That didn't ease the pain, apparently. 1 minute. My God. No, I've got more. I want a spoiler alert from my doctor. Okay? Ashley, your glucose levels are a little high and your family history indicates schizophrenia. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'm a hypochondriac, so I always think I'm dying, you know, but I have this sense of like bravado. So I give myself these little pep talks. I'm like, yeah, you're dying, but you're going to crush it. Yeah. Finally, October 21st, 2020. Land Rover is recalling more than 23,700 model year 2011 Range Rover Sports because the upper covers on the rear spoilers may detach from the vehicle. My name is Ashley Gutermuth. Thank you very much.
Ashley Gutermuth. One of my favorite things to do is when there's a big movie that comes out that I don't care about at all and I don't go see it in the theater, I like try to come up with fake spoilers and post them on Facebook just to and one time I accidentally I guess guessed the end of one of the Avengers movies and I posted that and pissed off a whole lot of people. Iron Man doesn't make it. Okay, coming to the fake stage now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Discussing Weddings, our own blushing bride, Victoria Blair.
Hi, everyone. I wrote these jokes and I did not reread them, so we're going to discover what happened together. My set is very heteronormative because I'm not qualified to talk about anything else. Gay people seem to have fought for the right to show their love to one another and to marry. Meanwhile, I'm not sure why hetero people are getting married. A lot of you don't seem to know why you're spending $500 on a cake. My friend the other day said, time to tie the knot. My YOLO days are over. That's so romantic. So romantic. Weddings are great. I like how people spend thousands of dollars celebrating their love for one another. Although people get divorced and get remarried like 3 times throughout their lifetime now. So soon I think people are going to start declaring bankruptcy over wedding debts. People are not only going to be changing their last names, but also their first names to try to confuse bill collectors. Recently I saw someone's wedding photos on Facebook, and they were Americans having a destination wedding in Congo. Not because they're from there, because their wedding ring was a blood diamond from Congo. The theme of their wedding was political unrest. They took photos with soldiers pointing guns at them, execution style. They're like little quirky Judd Apatow characters written by Dan Harmon. No one went to their wedding, just a scared photographer. And I think that's what happens when you have open-minded racists. Bachelor parties and bachelorette parties are pretty weird, in my opinion. You're celebrating your last day of freedom. I thought America was the land of the free. What the hell's going on? Who are you marrying, Stalin? That joke is funny because ultimately the only way Stalin's wife found freedom was through death. No one. That's okay. I've never been to a wedding because people in Canada don't get married that often. We just decide to stay together, and then that's the end of that story. We're not so dramatic with the wedding and the flowers and the $20,000 dress and the $20,000 divorce. I'm really sorry if my set seems so anti-wedding. I was team wedding until I found out my boyfriend doesn't want to marry me. I proposed to my boyfriend and he said no. I hid a wedding ring inside a poutine and he accidentally ate it and it gave him hemorrhoids. And then after that, he wasn't feeling very wedding-y. So.
Victoria Blair, everybody. Woo! Oh, that's such a great Canadian story. Ring in poutine and getting hemorrhoids. Very Canadian. And now one of our goats, Jessica Peugeot, is out to talk about goats. That's my that was my there we go. Woo.
The slang term never even occurred to me. Am I lame? Am I a boomer? Am I a boomer now? I'm just like goats, the animal, obviously. So my prompt today was, in fact, goats. And in that vein, I'm going to be talking to you about domestication and how we have fucked up every single animal we have tried it on. Now, most of you probably don't know the scientific definition of domestication because you've got lives and girlfriends or whatever. But domestication is technically the opposite of natural selection, what we call artificial selection, which is when human intervention changes an animal on a genetic level. If you're just keeping a tiger in your living room, that's not domestication. That's just a wild animal / bad roommate. Feral animals are actually animals that were domesticated, then released back into the wild, like dingoes and pigeons and me. Dogs were the first ever animals domesticated by human beings. And on the one hand, I love dogs. But on the other hand, dogs prove that human love is worthless. It is a curse. Just look at pugs. We loved pugs so much. We line bred them until their eyes popped out and their lungs collapsed just because we thought it was cute. And funnily enough, the concept of a purebred dog has only really existed since the mid-1800s. It started as a fad after eugenics got popular among bored Victorian housewives with nothing better to do with their time than play croquet and occasionally God. Which means that we created pugs based on essentially the same logic we used to justify secretly sterilizing black people against their will in the 1950s. I think some people lost their breath at that. Cats are a weird case. We didn't domesticate them. Technically, they domesticated themselves. You know, after we started farming and shit, we had these huge stores of grain that attracted rats and mice, and cats just sort of looked over and went, "Hey, are you going to eat those?" "Yeah, don't mind if I do." I hope this isn't obvious, but I actually come from a what is known as a long line of hillbillies, some of which own farms, some of which own junkyards that also happen to have sheep in them. Anybody else's grandma live in a junkyard of broken trucks and dead combine harvesters? I'm the only one with a junkyard grandma. So I actually spent a not insignificant amount of time of my youth around farm animals, and we did them dirty. They are so dumb. There is no way we didn't do that on purpose so that they'd be easier to control. Sheep are so stupid that if they lie down on a slope, they forget how to stand up. Like, half of a shepherd's job is to keep wolves away, and the other half is picking up animals so stupid they can be taken out of the gene pool by uneven pavement. Goats are different, though. We didn't make them docile. We made them fucking evil. Goats are not based on Satan. Satan is based on goats. They've got 4 hooves, 2 horns, and horizontal demon pupils. Every part of them is a weapon. And they only have the bottom row of teeth, and they will still manage to bite you.
Nice.
Like, I am not saying that, and I'm not saying that just because a goat kicked my ass in front of 30 kindergartners at a petting zoo when I was 27.
Hail, Jessica.
I knew you were going to cut me off, and I had 500 words to get through.
I love your set. I love the fact that you reminded me of my favorite 1980s wrestler, Junkyard Grandma. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us for these 28 minutes. We're down to our final comedian. Here to talk about war vets is Ryan Sim.
Hi. Yeah. I want to say that when we talk about respect, my default goes to boss, parent, spouse, but I don't think war vets, and that's a problem. I think we should respect the hell out of anyone that served our country, is chronically unemployed, and knows how to kill, okay? I don't support much in life, wife, children, man breasts, but I do support the troops. I think it's amazing they can even get support these days because I went on the Army recruiting website, and in Canada, it says the benefits include disability, pain and suffering compensation, and a free casket. Yeah. Talk about job stability. I'm surprised they haven't got Oprah. You get a casket. You get a casket. Everyone gets a casket. Why don't we, if we wanted to recruit 18-year-olds, we should be more modern. You know, are you unemployed? Enjoy shooting demons? Want likes on your Instagram? Join the military now with TikTok. I will say I hate war. I think 90% of the ones we've done lately have been for no reason, but I respect anyone that's willing to put their life on the line so I can maintain my freedom to gorge myself with pineapple on pizza while I binge Netflix and complain about home prices. Thank you. Okay. I do support the troops. $1 from every pizza I've bought at Domino's since the pandemic has gone to the troops, and I've literally supported thousands of dollars. If I support any more money, I'll need a support bra. Actually, I started a food review video you guys might have seen. It's called Chowing Down. I did one for the troops. It was a veterans episode, and the boys overseas actually commented and claimed it was called Moob Sweat for Vets. So I'm proud of that one. I even sent a picture to the barracks as a joke, and I just imagine there's a brave soldier in Afghanistan every night that unfolds it and looks at me with my Hawaiian shirt, pizza shirt, and says, "It's all for you." Which is, of course, a reference to the fact I never share food with my family in my videos. But I do want to say, guys, I want to be clear that when I do visit the States, I am respectful of all veterans. I was at a Walmart last year in Florida, and I saw so many people with Army jackets on scooters with missing limbs. I thought it was a War Veterans Day. I walked up to a man and I said, "Sir, I flew in from Canada. and I want to thank you for your service. Was it Korea? Was it Vietnam? And he looked at me and he went, Dairy Queen. Or as he called it, Desert Storm. So I just want to thank you for your service. You are so sweet. Thank you very much.
Good job. Ryan Sim, everybody. Talking about that time he met Kevin Eggleston. Well, that's it. We've gone through everybody that showed up today anyway. We still got a couple of other comics that are shit out of luck. They're probably not going to make their $20, so we'll see. Now's the time of the show where we all just talk about ourselves. So going over the same set or the same list, let's start with Clyde. Where can we find you? What you got coming up?
Oh, well, you can definitely find me at your local Dairy Queen. And also on Instagram at The Real Clyde Williams. Let's see, where is it? It's right there. I think The Real Clyde Williams on Instagram. I have done all the shows I plan to do. It's over. You missed it. Appreciate all the support. Never got that dollar, Ryan. Never got it. Any of them. Yeah, that's it.
All right. I think he just retired. Just retired from comedy right here. Yeah. Chase Bonin.
Hey, you can actually find me on Instagram at the actual real Clyde Williams. And I'm taking all of his shows. No, I am on Instagram. It's c.a.bon. I'm on Facebook. I do Twitter sometimes at CAB Funny. I have an actual live show that just started back up, and Clyde can vouch that is the most professional show that's ever been ran anywhere. So if you're ever in Lake Charles, Louisiana, come, hang out. That's it right now. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Ashley Gutermuth, where can we find you? What are you doing?
AshleyGutermuth.com or at Ash Gutermuth, as I was on my thingy. That's where I post all my stuff. Thank you. Love you.
Boom. Perfect. We love you.
Thanks.
I just like you as a friend.
I'm married.
Victoria Blair, where can we find you and what do you got coming up?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Victoria for Days. Coming up on Tuesday, I have Quiz Whores at 7. And I also have the podcast movie Trivia Night, which is a trivia night. It's not a podcast. I don't know why I said that. It's a trivia night on Thursdays at 8. And on Sunday at 8:30, I have The Dirty Four, which is a podcast with 3 other very dirty comedians.
Perfect. Sorry, I got a message from Kevin saying that my enthusiasm is amazing, and I don't know if that means I don't know if he's being sarcastic or sincere. Yeah. So in that case, Jessica, tell us where you're at, where we can find you, and what you got coming up.
Well, tragically, I'm north of the border, and therefore there are no live shows for the foreseeable future until I get my shots. I've got tetanus. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at I am not a lungfish, which is something I once said while concussed as a teenager, not due to goats. You can also find me at my podcast, formerly Fat, French, and Fabulous, now Histories and Mysteries, with Jessica and Janelle, where I talk about niche and disturbing historical topics, usually with way too much detail. So if you're down for that, look me up.
Perfect. And Ryan, who is your daddy and what does he do?
You can follow me on Twitter and YouTube at Ryan Sim Comedy. But if you want to see me do the Moob Sweat for Vets, follow me on TikTok at Ryan Simboy. I think I'm going to review some Louisiana hot sauce with IBS. So we'll figure it out.
Perfect. Awesome. And I'm Todd Royce. You can find me anywhere, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, at Todd Royce XXL. And I do have a live show coming up on April the 11th at the Tacoma Comedy Club. It's called Todd Royce and Friends. Gabriel Rutledge, Monica Nevi, Narin Van, and Quentin Jones are playing the part of my friends. And that'll be live April the 11th. So other than that, we will see you back here next week on the one and only show on Monday at 5:05-ish on Facebook. Yay! We did it, everybody.